Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. Now, you would think that any sane, decent soul would be all for protecting vulnerable children from dangerous, irreversible trans treatments and surgeries. After all, the most comprehensive studies, including the CAS review in the UK, show that children should be protected from medical interventions and so-called gender-affirming care. But the usual lefties losing it are refusing to concede defeat. They are outraged that children are now protected in the US thanks to Donald Trump's executive order. And some of these activist types are lashing out wildly. Let's hear from actress Cynthia Nixon. You'll remember her as Miranda from Sex and the City. Her character was pretty boring, but in real life, Nixon is a hard-left Marxist type who is all in on the trans movement.
Most importantly, I am here today as the mother of a proud trans man. Yeah. I am here today as the aunt of a proud trans man. My best friend's kid is trans, and my kid's best friend is trans.
So her daughter is trans and identifies as a male. Her niece is trans. Her best friend's child is trans. Her child's best friend is trans. That should all be pretty much statistically impossible, except, as we know, social contagion and the influence of parents plays a big part in this movement. Let's hear what else Cynthia had to say, and it's worth noting that she has been a massive pro-Palestinian activist. How does she think her trans kid would go in Gaza? Not very good, Cynthia.
My trans kid had his top surgery at NYU a number of years ago. Wow. His doctors were fantastic. New York is better than this. NYU should be better than this. Shame, and thank you all for being here. We must return again and again until this crime is reversed.
Oh dear, that's a new low, isn't it? A mother celebrating her daughter having her healthy breasts removed. Don't get fooled by the harmless sounding terminology. When she says top surgery, she means a double mastectomy. If you're really a man, if you were born a man, then why do you need to have such drastic surgery to affirm it? Now to another Hollywood actress losing it over kids being protected from the trans lobby. Here is Jamie Lee Curtis mouthing off about fascism and referring to herself in the third person.
I have a trans daughter. There are threats against her life. Just her existence as a human being, as if we haven't learned from fascism, like we haven't learned what the result of that is, the extermination of human beings. So Jamie Lee Curtis is scared, and you should be too. And Jamie Lee Curtis has a voice, and she's trying to use it.
Rita Panahi has a voice, and she's using it to tell you to calm down, lady, you're losing it. But Jamie Lee Curtis is not alone. Let's hear from another trans activist who can't believe that children in America, like children in much of the world, are now protected from dangerous experimental treatments and surgeries. They want to shut down New York over it.
Shut this entire city down! Not on our watch. Because what they will try to do, they will try to separate us. They will kick the trans people off the bus. They're kicking the indigenous people off the bus. They're kicking our intersex community off the bus. Our Two-Spirit Plus family, they're kicking them off the bus.
Not the Two-Spirit Plus family. Don't kick them off the bus. What are you going to do about it, dude?
We are a community that is made and has been woven with the fire and the spirit of revolution. Revolution!
Revolution? Ooh, that sounds a little bit insurrection-y to me, but you do you, love. Now let's hear from this young man who has a very important message to impart.
Everything's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay.